Good morning. This is Momo in the morning. I'm here to talk a little bit about what's happening around the good old USA. I'm reading a lot of articles, and the way it looks like the meatpacking plants are starting to shut down. And this is something I talked about a few weeks ago about CLOWARD-PIVEN, P-I-V-E-N, Cloward-Piven. It was a strategy to overwhelm the system so it breaks down. Well, right now, we're in the midst of watching our food supply break down. Why is that? Well, just look at what's going on. The milk farmers are dumping milk. The people that are digging for oil, they have nowhere to sell it. So now it's less than $1. So it's less than zero. So they're actually, but it comes down to paying somebody to store the oil, because they have nowhere to put it. Then the farmers, they're plowing under the vegetables because they have nowhere to sell it. So there's a point where we're not going to have any food supply chain anymore. So people don't realize what this shutdown is doing to us. We've got to stop it. We've got to get a hold of our state reps and our state senators and tell them that we want this place opened up now. It can't be in another month. It can't be in another 2 weeks. We want it now. The sooner the better. Our state of Illinois is in big, big trouble. And the other states are too. Because when they're destroying the crops and they're destroying the milk, what are we going to put in our bodies to keep us going? At one point, a vegetable, a cucumber might cost $2 for one cucumber. And you won't be able to find meat unless you want to pay $10 a pound. I mean, the supply goes up, the demand goes where? It's equal and opposite reaction. So if there's a big giant demand and no supply, the cost goes up, and we're all going to pay through the nose. Forget about all that stuff you're hearing about the data. If you look at the data compared to how many people in the United States are actually dying from the disease, and those people probably would have died anyway at one point or another because they had heart conditions and lung conditions. You know, you can't say that everybody that dies right now, like they're doing, is a coronavirus victim. And in the state of Illinois, on JB's telecast that he does, his person from the health department said that everybody that dies now is considered part of the coronavirus victims. Well, if you had a bad heart and you had a heart attack, that has nothing to do with coronavirus. The hospitals are closing down because they don't have any elective surgeries, even though they're told now by the federal government they need to open up and do elective surgeries. People aren't going there. People aren't going there when they're sick anymore. They're afraid of getting the coronavirus. There's a big giant scare put on by the media. We've got to wake up. We've got to call the state and tell them, no more. We want everything open. We can wear masks. And if it comes to quarantine anybody, quarantine people like me that are over 60. People that can get it and die. And the odds of me dying, even being over 60 and having the conditions, is not that high either. This is nuts. We're being duped, everybody. We are being duped by the state of Illinois. They want to, if it was up to them, they'd keep this whole thing going until the end of the summer, when we're going to catch the second wave of this in the fall. They want to get free money from the federal government to bail them out for all their mismanagement and bad policies. They think that the federal government's the answer to their problem. Well, it really ain't. The answer to their problem is to stop giving exorbitant raises. Find me a couple people that work in the government that are making less than $60,000. I'd be hard-pressed to find them other than a few clerks. God bless America.